What's good, crypto? I'm your host, Marvin, here to bring you a daily scoop on what's going on in crypto. Man, do we have an exciting episode today. As you can already see, the market is booming. It's looking juicy, and we have a couple of exciting months coming up ahead. We're going to look at some of the price action, some of the things going on in the market, how Bitcoin is doing, what we need Bitcoin to do next to kind of solidify this bull run. I do believe we're in a bull run, but I think that once we hit these targets that I'm going to talk about, we are greenlit for an amazing rest of the year. And there are some rumblings about some major institutions who have some exciting news regarding Bitcoin. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to do some research, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I found on social media, some of the people that I follow that are trustworthy, that I follow, that have been spot on this entire time. And this is not YouTube influencers. These are people that I follow on Twitter that I would recommend you checking out as well. But Monday through Friday, we come here to educate ourselves when it comes to investing in crypto to make life-changing wealth. None of this is financial advice, so make sure to do your own research and do your own due diligence and do your homework. And if you like this, share the podcast with a friend, with a turtle, with a dog, with a tree. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and just comment down below how excited you are about this bull run. Man, we're so jacked up today. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Media by Marvin. I would greatly appreciate that, and I'd love to chat with you guys and talk about crypto. But let's jump on in. The total market crypto cap is at 2.25 trillion. That is huge. That's a almost 6% increase over the last day. That is looking fantastic. The volume is 125 billion, looking amazing. There is certainly excitement going on in the market. We could see Bitcoin up 5%, Ethereum 7%. Basically, we're almost at $3,800. Cardano with new all-time highs at $3.04. I think it got up to about $3.10. XRP everyone's jumping in on the fun. Binance coin doing its thing. It's at 492, not too bad, but it could be doing better. XRP at $1.28, looking great. Dogecoin up over 30 cents, so that's good to see. Polkadot up a little bit at 117. Solana is at 117. Polkadot at $32. That had a really good boost up these last couple of days. Awesome to see Chainlink and Uniswap over $30. A lot of people have been getting very impatient with Chainlink and Uniswap, but these are must holds in my opinion. I think they have a lot of room to grow. I think if they could get up, they could probably triple or quadruple from here easily, in my opinion. That is not financial advice. But as we continue to move along, we see some other good movers. VeChain almost at 15 cents. It was having a lot of resistance recently around the 13.50 cent region, 13 cents, 13 and a half cents, whatever you want to call it. Looking at the hourly, or let's zoom in on the daily for VeChain, it still had a lot of resistance. It peaked up over this 13 cent mark, but we could see over the last couple of days, it was struggling to get over 13 cents. And we had just this massive amount of volume step in, not massive, but a good amount of volume today and yesterday, and it just pushed through the 14 cent mark. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see we have this W form playing out, this big area where we have this neckline at about 14 cents, which we crushed through, and we're closing in on 15 cents, not too far away from that. So awesome to see VeChain. I think VeChain has a lot of promise and ways to go. It's all-time high. It wicked up to 27 but closed down at around 25 cents. So I think the next area of resistance that we're going to see is about 17 cents if you're listening or watching on VeChain, just because there's a lot of price action, a lot of goodness going on around 17 cents. So I think that's going to be the next area of resistance. So I could see us blasting up to 17 cents, consolidating between maybe 15 and 17, testing that neckline for resistance and continuing to move forward. As long as Bitcoin continues to move forward and do its thing, I could see VeChain moving up well. But overall, the market is brimming with excitement. Let's take a look at over the last 24 hours, some of the top movers. IOTA up 30% on the last day. We have Ravane. It's just been non-stop. It's up 326% over the last month, which is insane. FTX token doing well. Telcoin doing very well. AMP finally starting to find some semblance of hope. It was down a huge amount. There was a huge hack at Cream Finance. So it wasn't really an AMP thing. It wasn't a hack on AMP, but I think there was a lot of misinformation. But if you bought into AMP the last couple of days, good for you. I didn't touch it. I wish I did, but you know what? You can only move forward. Chainlink looking good. As I mentioned, Dogecoin looking good. VeChain, Cardano, man, hitting all-time highs. I'm going to jump into Cardano really quickly before we head into what I want to see Bitcoin doing. But just looking at the trading view of Cardano, we are in this period of just price exploration. We can see we wicked up to $3 and almost 9 cents. The next point where I'm looking to take profits, and I think as long as Bitcoin continues to move up, and there's just excitement, and as we continue to get closer to smart contracts on September 12th, I believe, or early September for Cardano, and with the summit, there's going to be a lot of excitement with Cardano. I think $3.50 and $4 is going to be a next area of interest for me. Right now, I took some profits from Cardano, as many of you should as well. I'm not taking all my profits. I think every time it hits a certain mark in my head, like $3.50, $4, every 50 cents after that, taking 10%, 20% off the top is healthy. You want to realize those profits. Don't mind my dog barking. But as we continue to move forward, there's going to be a lot of excitement, and I think the next couple of months are going to be really good for crypto. But make sure to realize some profits. I know a lot of us are in this for the long haul. I'm going to be here for a long time. I plan on buying more Cardano as price, continues to fix itself, because there will be a correction at some point. But Cardano on the move, I think it has a lot of room to grow as Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to move up. I think there's going to be a lot of room for Cardano. And I even mentioned this the other day. I mentioned in the other video that I think Bitcoin was following the footsteps of Ethereum, because we see a lot of overhead resistance in Ethereum the last couple of days, and it broke out of this ascendant triangle. And we can see that the last couple of days it was struggling to get over this $3,300 mark, and when it did, it busted out. And I said, hey people, I think that Bitcoin's current pattern will follow somewhat aligned with Bitcoin, because we saw Cardano break out, we saw Ethereum break out, and I was like, I think Bitcoin is next. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. As we can see, we're in the middle of this breakout. We are looking to get over the $50,500 mark. I think that is the next area, because that's where we wicked up to. We got up to about 50,000, more or less. Yeah, 50,500. So we are doing really well, especially on the daily. And if we look at this pattern, this ascendant channel or triangle, we broke out of it, and we're currently in the middle of a breakout. But for us to continue to confirm this breakout, I really want us to close over $50,000, because we have yet to close $50,000. The closest we got was about, let's take a look, 49,500. So if we want to confirm this breakout and continue this bullish momentum, I think if we were able to close over 50,500 or continue to move upwards and close over 50,000, I think that's going to be really good for the bullish sentiment. Now, I think once we break over 51,000, the next area that I think we're going to see some resistance is around this $55,000 region. Again, there's a lot of price action that happened around here. I think once we're able to break out of the 55,000, then I think we're going to get towards the psychological level of 60,000, because I'm sure people will want to take profits. A lot of people bought in at 30,000, so that's an easy 2x right there. So I'm sure people will want to take profits at 60K. But right now, we're hovering over this $50,000 mark. We're looking really good. And I think that there's a lot of excitement in the market. The bullish sentiment is strong. and we got some good volume, not a lot of volume, but a decent amount of volume over the last couple of days. That we took a look in the hourly, you could see there was a good amount of pumping going along. So I will be keeping an eye out for that. I think to keep up with this bullish movement and for us to continue to move higher, we need to definitely close over $50,000 in my opinion, because yesterday's daily close, we closed in at, let's take a look, closed in at surprisingly 48,000, more or less 48,790. So we're already above on the daily, but I would love for us to close over 50,000. That would just be the first step into the right direction, and then getting over 50,500 is the next step. Could we do that today? Bitcoin can do whatever it wants. But as I mentioned even in yesterday's video, you have to be ready for these movements, because Bitcoin can do whatever it wants on the flip of a dime. I mentioned that, hey, we could possibly go lower, but take advantage of the dips as possible. I've mentioned it before that Bitcoin was not letting up at $46,000. So I bought more at 46,000. And you know what? I was ready to buy more if it continued to go down. But I said, you know what? I'm going to buy there just in case it doesn't. And it didn't. My computer decided to stop recording. Anyway, we're going to continue on and just take a look at anything else exciting. I mean, Ethereum was at $3,800. I mentioned this in the other day, yesterday's video, but looking at the monthly freaking close for Ethereum is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're gonna bust through 4,000, guys. Like, I think we're just at that point where, like, as long as Bitcoin continues to have this momentum, Ethereum is gonna go to the freaking moon. I'm looking at the daily now. We are considered in the red, but geez, like, come on, look at this. We had a major pump these last couple of days. I think Ethereum will close over the $3,800 mark as long as Bitcoin continues to move in the right direction. If Bitcoin continues to go higher today, Ethereum could easily close green and go into 3,800. I think we're going to get to all-time highs sooner rather than later. We're not that far off. I think looking at Ethereum last time, our all-time high was 4,400. And we closed at 4,100. So we are only just a couple $100 away. We're only about $600 away from all-time highs. I think we're going to smash that. I think a 10K Ethereum is just bound to happen. Let me know what you think Ethereum is going to be priced at. I think this is going to be insane. But let's talk about the news that is going on. So Will Clemente is one of the guys that I follow on Instagram for on-chain analysis. I love this guy. He has such good insight and great information regarding, you know, how Bitcoin has been playing out, the on-chain analysis in terms of like the supply liquidity, the supply shock that we've had. And he really kind of just like told us like, hey guys, keep an eye out, like the liquid supply shock is going to cause this squeeze, and it did. But we saw this interesting retweet the other day from Will Clemente. A lot of large important institutions bought Bitcoin over the summer. They will announce their purchases between September 7th and November 19th. Enjoy the fireworks. Holy moly. I think this is gonna be insanely exciting. I mean, like, Bitcoin Magazine underneath, like, the eyes, like, who's gonna reveal themselves. And then even here, Will Clemente also replied, Mike has spoken. Richard Hart, this guy, I don't really like this guy. Will they also buy the bull trap we're in now? Institutions don't think like small-time traders. But if we go to Mike Alfred's page, you know, if we scroll down, we see, hello Fidelity Digital Assets. I'm hearing the rumblings. Want to share what you're brewing up for this fall. So with Fidelity, they actually raised a certain amount of money for a Bitcoin futures ETF, I believe. So, like, did Fidelity actually buy Bitcoin? It's one thing to like help your customers buy Bitcoin, but to physically own or digitally own Bitcoin, I think is going to be huge. So I think over the next couple of weeks, we're going to get some big news for Bitcoin. Could we get an ETF or a futures ETF? Maybe. But if Fidelity bought Bitcoin and other big institutions, like what if Apple or Amazon bought Bitcoin? That's just hopium. But if they did, Bitcoin is about to freaking explode. I think we're going to see this market go like in ways that we could never imagine. Like, we all have our thoughts and ideas of where Bitcoin could go. The fact that Bitcoin has been able to get back to $50,000 without any sort of hype or big ass news or like, you know, Elon Musk tweets or anything like that speaks to the strength of Bitcoin. Don't give up on Bitcoin. But if we hear some crazy news like Amazon got Bitcoin, like the fact that Bitcoin pumped from like 20,000 to 50,000 because of Elon Musk, imagine what would happen if Fidelity bought Bitcoin, Amazon bought Bitcoin, Apple bought Bitcoin, something like that. Like, this is hopium speak talking right now, but if we get this big news, we could see Bitcoin easily get to six figures faster than we could have ever imagined. I think that this is going to be a more explosive fall than we can think. Like, I have a price in mind that I thought Bitcoin could get to 80 to 100,000. Bitcoin could easily go higher than that. I have no idea what's in store, but I'm a big believer of following your gut. And like, what if things turn out better than you could have imagined? If it does, man, this is going to be a crazy, crazy year. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Stay positive. Continue to pay attention to what's going on in the world. I think we have a very exciting Q4 coming up this fall, and Christmas is going to be insane, and it could be life-changing. So I hope you all bought the dip, and we'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Tune into tomorrow's episode. I'm excited to see what's going on. But man, Bitcoin at over 50,000, it just sounds right. Peace out, everyone.